firstly, kicking it off at number 5, new mechanics. So some of the new additions that we are set to see within Grand Theft Auto 6 based off the leaked footage back in September of 22. In terms of the new mechanics that we will see, listing them off that we have currently know of at the moment is our ability to actually walk while in cover. It seems with this new mechanic that it's much more freer now and not locked in like it was with GTA 5 and even RDR2 as well. Also, the ability to actually go prone. We haven't actually seen this within a Grand Theft Auto title before. Now in GTA 4, we did actually have the ability to go into crouch mode. In GTA 5, when you press the left analog stick, you just go into stealth mode. So it seems that now with GTA 6, we actually do have the ability to go into prone, and this is actually going to play into those stealth mechanics that was sort of featured within the leaked footage as well, which I'm sure we will see within GTA 6, which will have a lot of different ways, I'm sure, in terms of going about certain missions or whatever, and therefore hopefully leaning to more of the non-linearity side of things, which surely will be a great thing to see. Some other new mechanics that were listed as well include the ability to actually loot bags. Now it does seem within a few clips that we did see that Jason and Lucia both actually have duffel bags, which was actually seen where we can stash gold or even cash stacks as well. There's a clip where we actually do see Jason opening up a shipping container near what seems to be the Vice City docks, and he is putting a bunch of cash stacks in his duffel bag. Some other ones include ability to actually drop and pick up a weapon. So it seems that we actually have the ability now to not only just drop and pick up weapons, but it seems that there's going to be actual animations behind that as well, which is going to make everything way more realistic. Another one as well is actually the ability to actually cover our arms while we're under fire from opposing gunfire, whether that be another NPC or whatever it may be. Another few that I thought was interesting to include within this certain subtopic is actually the ability to actually shoot from our car window. Now we did see in one of the clips where Jason is actually in a vehicle within a tennis court, and he actually leans outside of the window with what seems to be an assault rifle, and he's actually able to do a full 360-degree rotation to aim either behind him, in front of him, to the right or the left. The only other time we've ever seen this within a GTA title is in GTA San Andreas, and we actually do have a bunch of our gang members, that being CJ's gang members, lean outside of the car window with their mini Uzi submachine guns and start firing at the opposing gang members, that being the Ballers. There's also the ability to actually use a cheat code for you to actually do it as well. One of the other notable new additions seems to be a weight and a muscle system. Now this is unconfirmed currently at the moment, but it does seem to be that in some of the different clips that one clip Jason seems to be much more skinnier, and then another clip he actually seems much more toned and vascular, and this is the same for Lucia as well, where she does seem to be, well, let's put it this way, much more thicker than in other clips, if you know what I mean. There were some other ones as well that was featured within the clips and the leaked files as well, but those were really the most notable ones that we do currently know of at the moment from the leaks. Coming in at number 4, a more detailed vehicle system, but not only that, also interiors, vehicle controls, and ways we can actually interact with our vehicles. So it seems that based off the leaked footage that we are going to be having a way more detailed car interiors. It seems that there are going to be working GPS and waypoints that actually was featured within the dashboard while we're in the first person view. It does also seem that we're actually able to interact with our vehicle in so many different and unique ways now by reclining the seat, lifting up the seat, but not only that, also adjusting the sun visors as well. This is going to make everything so much more realistic than any other previous GTA game where we weren't even able to do that. It seems that Rockstar is going to take a little bit of inspiration from what they've done with Red Dead Redemption 2 in terms of the way we did care for our horses. It seems that's going to be similar to the way we actually care for our vehicles, seeing that most likely Jason and Lucia will have their own personal vehicle, so it seems that we are actually going to have ways we can interact with this system way more realistically. We did actually see within the trailer that the dashboard looks way more detailed in comparison to previous Grand Theft Auto games. There's only a quick snippet, but it just looks already way more realistic. One of the other new features that was seen within the leaked footage was when Jason and Lucia are leaving the Hank's Waffles robbery, and you actually see a prompt that comes up on the screen that says, tap left on the D-pad to access the vehicle controls menu. Now, we don't really know what that could entail, but just assuming, it seems that Rockstar Games obviously going for a way more realistic approach in terms of the vehicles anyways. I would say that we are able to maybe interact with our vehicle much more so in terms of perhaps maybe putting the window down and going back to what I was saying, the reclining the seats, the sun visors, all those types of things will probably be a part of the vehicle controls menu. I'm sure there'll be other things that we'll be able to interact when we are inside the vehicle as well. Coming in number 3, improved improved police AI and witness recognition system. Going back to the Hanks Waffles robbery video, you can actually see with the witness system and police recognition that under the wanted level stars written, apparently there's a full description, which actually implies that the witnesses have a full description of you. And then in that same scene, once Lucia actually enters the police vehicle when both Jason and Lucia are getting away, you can actually see that no vehicle description, which actually changes to full vehicle description, which suggests that the police actually have a full description of your vehicle. And a prompt on the screen actually comes up in the top left that says, any vehicle you are seen entering will be known by the law. I'd say this is likely going to be building upon what was in Red Dead Redemption 2 in terms of the wanted level system. For example, when you are in a certain town like Saint Denis and you do actually lose your wanted level, the lawmen actually still appear on your minimap as little dots, and if you do actually go closer, then your wanted level will actually reappear. So perhaps an example of this we may see within GTA 6 is, let's say you do lose your wanted level down in Vice City on Ocean Drive, and perhaps maybe there could be cops still surrounding the vicinity of that area. If you are visible to the police, you could actually regain your wanted level once again. That will likely be the case in the scenario that may be occurring within in GTA 6. It seems that now the enemy police AI is way more realistic as well. There are a few examples that we did see within the leaked clips. One of them actually being, there's actually like testing footage of what seems to be a Rockstar developer getting a police officer to actually shoot Lucia, and it seems to be that he actually adjusts his stance depending on the height of the object in front of him, that being a wall. Or even things like where the police AI is actually seen raising their guns over higher objects like cars. So it seems to be that objects in the environment within the map of Vice City and Leonida, the police enemy AI will be able to recognize this and adjust based off the circumstance they're in within a gunfight. Another thing that we did see in relation to the new police system is the time until cops dispatch when you are committing a crime. So an example of this is seen within the Hanks Waffles robbery scene, where once you do actually commit a crime, the police actually arrive at the location and they actually wait for the player to come out instead of rushing in. Now within previous Grand Theft Auto games, 5, 4, or any other previous GTA titles, the cops always barge all the way in to whatever specific type of interior you're in. So let's say you're in like ammunition or whatever, the cops just always come in like idiots and then you just pick them off one by one. But it seems now the police officers, the police AI system is way more intelligent, advanced, and more realistic than ever before. Coming in at number 2, new gameplay systems. So one of the things that we did see referencing the leaks once again is actually the ability to actually utilize a money laundering system. It seems that it is suggestive based off the leaks that properties can be purchased with the intent of laundering money. It seems that fences are also likely to be included within the game as well. It seems that a car fence was actually mentioned under the collectibles, and an art fence are both mentioned in the events list. Unfortunately, it is unclear at the moment if they will actually be called fences once the game does launch. Obviously, take all this with a grain of salt anyways, because things can be subject to change, just like I stated at the start of the video with a quick disclaimer. Other new gameplay systems that we did actually see was vehicle discoveries and a compendium system. It seems that this is going to be building upon what was in RDR2 in terms of the animals compendium that we did actually have within that game, where we were actually able to locate and find different and unique animals. Not only that, also legendary animals as well. It also seems that hacking is going to play a larger role than it has been in any previous GTA game. It seems that Lucia is going to be the brains behind the hacking systems. It seems that she's actually able to carry a tracker jammer, a mobilizer bypass, a USB drive, and auto dialer. We did actually hear from Tom Henderson back in 2021. He actually did come out with a video saying that Lucia is going to be the brains behind everything that both Lucia and Jason do within the story mode, and that Jason is probably going to be the brawn. Another new gameplay system that we actually did see was the ability to actually command our partner during a robbery. So within the Hanks Waffles robbery scene, apparently Lucia can actually check in on Jason and vice versa. I wonder how this will be in terms of when we do switch between either Jason or Lucia, how that system will actually work in comparison to GTA 5, for example. Now, this is just me speculating here just for a moment. I'd like to hear from you guys down in the comments down below in regards to this. Could this likely mean that we may actually see the option to play co-op? So could you actually play with another buddy or whoever you got next to you with another controller? So one person could be controlling Jason, the other person could be controlling Lucia. that is something that I have been thinking of, which could likely lean into what Rockstar Games may be wanting to do with this Bonnie and Clyde-like duo in terms of us actually being able to play the full story of GTA 6 co-op. That would be something very, very unique. Obviously, we would just have to wait and see, but coming in at number 1, an ever-evolving GTA map. Now, within part 1 of this series, I did actually talk about that the map is going to be way more detailed. It seems like we're going to be having much more sub-cities than just Vice City. It seems like we're going to be having Port Gellhorn, other cities as well, which we really haven't seen, but obviously the leaks do suggest that there are going to be way more cities than only just Vice City. But in terms of the evolving map over a period of time post-launch of GTA 6, it seems like everything is going to be taken up a notch in terms of this. Now, I've mentioned this a gazillion times, but Jason Schreier, a very reputable insider, did come out and say in mid-22 that Rockstar's plan is to continually update the game over time, not only just adding new missions, but cities on a regular basis. A lot of people within the community have been speculating that GTA 6 may be the last Grand Theft Auto, and that is just going to be an ever-evolving Grand Theft Auto map, similar to Fortnite, how they update their game over time with different seasonal content updates. So this could be what Rockstar Games' approach may be going within the future. Now, whether it's the last Grand Theft Auto game or not, that's a topic for a different video. The best thing, though, to think when regarding this topic is just to strip everything back for a moment. We do know, based off Rockstar Games and Take-Two's press release, that the game is going to be heading to Vice City and the state of Leonardo, that being the fictional state of Florida. So at launch, that's what we are going to be getting, just that. Now, everything that's going to be included after the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6 post-launch content, I would say that we are going to be, based off the information that we have out there that is presented to us, we can just assume that based off it anyways, that we are going to be seeing, most likely anyways, new island cities. So perhaps maybe like, for example, as you can see included within this image, up north we may see potentially cities up north beyond Miami Vice City, that being like Orlando, Tampa, or even beyond that point, stretching into Georgia, which is obviously a different state, but that could be a likely scenario further down the line long term. And then perhaps maybe down south, we could actually be seeing some islands being included off the coast of Miami Vice City, that being in this case Bahamas, seeing that's a very close neighboring island to the coast of Miami Vice City. And also below that as well, we could be potentially even seeing Cuba. Now that's a very, very likely situation, and also based off some of the leaks out there that Cuba could be a GTA 6 story mode location that we may actually see within a certain cutscene or mission. Now, in terms of post-launch online GTA 6 DLC, that is a very, very likely scenario. Now, in terms of the rate at which we get these types of updates, may take longer than, like, for example, a casino heist update or a Cayo Perico update, or even like a contract DLC update featuring what was with Dr. Dre and Franklin Lamar back in 2021, which all was included within the GTA 5 online DLC updates that we have seen over the last many years. But I gotta say though, just in terms of summarizing and bringing it towards the end of this video, it's very, very exciting times ahead. So all these new gameplay systems, mechanics, vehicle interior systems, police AI recognition system, and the evolving Grand Theft Auto world map, which is the one that's most exciting for me anyways, I'd say that this is definitely going to be an incredible new Grand Theft Auto experience for all of us. I want to see what you guys say in that comments down below. What are you most hyped about in terms of the topics that we did discuss today? But guys, if you went on to enjoy this video and found any informative value, please consider subscribing and of course liking the video, and of course turning those post notifications on so you never miss an upcoming Grand Theft Auto 6 upload. But guys, make sure to stay safe, have a great day, and I am out.